Hi, during this video I'll show you how to use basic functions within Excel. So as an example, let's start with how to add two different cells within Excel. There are two ways to add them. First, we can press equal, and then we can either manually input 5 plus 10, press enter, it will add them up. But the disadvantage of you doing it this way, it will not auto-update if we change one of these cells. So let's say we change this to 4. It won't change. So if we go back to 5 and then change the addition method to using the cell reference, press on the cell itself and then plus, then we pick the other cell, press enter, and now if we update any of these cells, it will also update here. So let's say if we press 6, as you can see, it changed as well. The same for all the basic functions. So for subtract, let's subtract 10 minus 5 equals 5. Let's multiply the two numbers. So let's say 10, then we use the star sign or asterisk to multiply with an Excel, and we'll pick the other cell, equals 50. To divide numbers, we first put equals, then highlight the cell, then we put the slash, pick the other cell, press enter, and you'll see here it divided 10 by 5. The next formula is sum, where it will calculate the total numbers of all cells that we highlight. So here, let's write equals sum. We open the formula and then we select or highlight all cells that we would like to include in the summation of our formula. Then we close it, press enter. Here, it added all the numbers into a single total. For minimum and maximum, for minimum, it will look for the lowest number within your selection. Let's write equal min. We open it and then we highlight cells that we would like to compare. We close it, press enter. Here it says that 5 is the lowest number. For maximum, we write equals max. We open it. Also select the cells or the range that we would like to compare. We close it, press enter. It says that 84 is the biggest number, which is correct. The next is count, where it will only count the numbers that were used within the range that we select. So here if we write equals count, we open the formula and select the range that we would like, close it, press enter. Here it says we only have 3 numbers, so it's here, here, and here. As I said before, count only counts the numbers that were used within the range, no text or spaces. Now for COUNTA, it actually counts all the cells that were used. It doesn't matter whether there were numbers, text, dates, and so on. So let's open the formula, COUNTA. We open it up, select the range that we would like to highlight, then we close it. As you can see here, it says that 5 cells were used, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It didn't count the empty cell here. The next is concatenate, where it will merge the contents of a specific cell into one cell. So if we write concatenate or concat as a shortcut, then we pick the first cell, comma, the second cell. We close it, press enter. As you can see here, it actually merged it, but in order to optimize concatenate, depending on what you will use it for, here as you can see, it left no space in the middle. So what we can do is we actually go to the formula, put 2 quotation marks, okay? So quotation mark, space, and then we press enter. As you can see here, it left a space between the 2 contents without causing any issues between the first name and family name. If you're liking the video so far, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's keep going. This formula is if, where you set a certain condition that a cell has to meet, or else it will give it other result. So as an example here, I have multiple employee IDs and their total sales. What we would like is to calculate if they met the target or not for each. Let's say the target is exactly 80. So if we open the formula if, now you will determine what it should contain to see if it meets the logical test or not, or if it meets the condition. Like we said, we would like to compare the total sales to 80, whether it meets 80 or above or not. So first we select the total sales number, then we put the condition, which is equals or bigger than 80, since we determined 80 was the number that we're looking for. And here we make sure to include equals. Otherwise, if it goes to 80 and it will not meet the condition of 80 and above, it will just say it was false, because it will always look for 81 and above. Here it asks for the value of true. So let's say met target. The second, after we put comma, is value of false, which is if it doesn't meet the target. Okay? So we close the formula, press enter. After we press enter, it will help you identify if there are any issues with the formula. So here it says go with bigger than sign, then the equal sign. It will ask you if you want to accept this correction. You press yes. As you can see, it determined that 28 does not meet the target. So if we pull down, 37 also doesn't meet the target, but the last three actually meet the target, which is 80 and above. The next one is COUNTIF, where we determine what we would like to count only if it meets a specific condition. So for this condition, I would only like it to count if it's actually a pass. So first we open COUNTIF, we select the range to count how many times that condition was met. Then we press comma and right here pass, because I want to know how many people passed. We close, and as you can see, it said that 3 people got pass. The next is sumif, where it will actually only count the total or the summation of a specific condition. So as an example, I want to know how many people got an A in this class. So let's write sumif. We determine the range, which is the total grades. Then we press comma, and I said I want everyone who got an A. So we choose the condition that we would like to meet, another comma, and then we pick the numbers that we would like to receive, or the total. So once we close it, as you can see here, it said 5 people got an A. For this one, len, it will determine the length of the contents of each cell, whether it's a number, text, or so on. So here, if we write equals len, then we open it, we pick the cell next to it that we would like to determine the length, we close it, press enter. As you can see here, it said that the length of the content is 1. So let's pull it down to apply it on the rest. Here you can see it's 5 numbers, 4, and so on. Thanks for watching. I hope you found the video useful. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. And here are some other guides that might find useful.